last week, I think I got catfished by an old schoolmate I kind of grew up with when I moved up north to Illinois, Indiana area. We hung out a good bit at a mutual friend's. We skateboarded all the time, played games. He was a football player during the year and didn't want to associate with us skater types. That's actually irrelevant, but he hit me up and sent me long ass messages about, like, honestly, I didn't even read through all of them because I was dealing with an emergency of losing all my stuff in storage. But it was just like the things that we could do. Some red flags that I probably should have faced then. Sent me these long ass messages, said he'd have a place for my storage, that like how I just need, people like him around because I need family and all that. And I'm like, hook, line, sinker, got me, buddy. And I head to his place one night. Once I get there, to drive me out to his mom's. I think I laid down for an hour before he was up and ready for us to go. He wants me to help him with some work, specifically go pick up some supplies. Great, sure, here to help. I want to talk about the storage that you had mentioned, especially getting my stuff out of storage like we talked about, but what do we need to do? He has me drive an hour away or something to pick up these 5-gallon buckets of tar and a few other things. I wish I would have really thought about it before I even took off, but it didn't dawn on me until I got there. And just moving those buckets over to a cart, it felt like something just snapped, like popped. And I had a splitting migraine and new pinches in my back. Got everything loaded up, and before I even get back, he's got the typical messages. It's been this long and da-da-da-da-da. Like, okay. I went there and back, I swear, boss. Get back, he needs to go start this job, and he said, like, if you feel like helping, here's some old clothes, finish what you're doing. And he sends me the address and end up heading up there. He looks like a madman covered in the tar stuff. I go up to him, what's going on? And he says, like, well, you could help rolling this stuff on the edges, but I ain't got any gloves, I forgot, or I ain't got this, I forgot about all that. Or you can take this caution tape and secure the perimeter, get that taken care of, and then go and start chatting with them again. My back's freaking killing me. I went and sat down in the car with my dog. Next thing I know, I wake up and he's gone. Okay, whatever. I go back, park at his place, and the next day, I go in his garage, I charge him devices. I got a bunch of flashlights, iPad, all that. Later that day, he even was like, oh, I'm sure you could use the shower, da-da-da. And being all cordial and whatnot. I asked him about the laundry and end up doing the load. Great. I'd love to figure out my storage situation, figure out if there's a place that I can sleep outside of my car, but baby steps. Later that night, we're just sitting in the garage and something comes up about Post Malone. I don't know why, I don't know how. Not someone that I've ever thought about one way or another much. Make a joke I bring up whenever I was watching the beef between Drake and Kendrick. The whole culture vulture accusation came up. Some people brought up Post Malone back then, and so I just mentioned that, like, I don't know this, that, or the other, but I hear he's a culture vulture. He's doing the country music now, and it just seems kind of odd. I don't think anything of it. He starts playing some of his songs and just starts, like, defending him. No, man, he's great, and, really, I think he really speaks his mind, and I don't care either way. I was just making a joke in the first place. He's famous for a reason. He's obviously talented. The way I ended up ending it, though, was like, I get up to go check the laundry or whatever, and he's still going on about it and, like, playing the video, and I was just like, I didn't know you had a crush on Post Malone. Just a dumb, stupid joke. I guess it pushed a button, because after that, when I came out, he throwing things around, like, kind of like, not like just chucking something, but like pushing a chair real hard and maybe slamming the door. I've had a migraine, barely slept this whole time. Go to check on the laundry. I go to open it to pull something out, and he was standing there. He said, like, I overfilled it. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. He's like, I'll just take care of it. Fine, whatever. I was worn out, migraine, all that, so I just went and laid down, went to bed in my car. Next morning, I get up, go to the garage, all my stuff sitting out in the yard, and I just grabbed it all up, put it in my car, started sorting through it. I didn't even know what was really going on at that point. I didn't know until that night that it wasn't even his house. Why am I here? He didn't say a word to me, And my Wi-Fi, his Wi-Fi, I can't connect to anymore. I went to some public place, public Wi-Fi, and he had sent me the password to the guest account, which very useful at that point. That was it. No other messages, no nothing. My back was throbbing even more at that point. I tried to relax. I realized I left my leash there. I go back there. He hasn't messaged me, said anything to me. I knock and I go in and I'm grabbing the leash and I think he still doesn't say anything. I think I finally just like, yo, so what's going on? What do you mean? Like, what happened? Why was my shit all outside? Man, you never changed. Man, you never changed. He was upset that my stuff was all over his garage. Man, this is like the only place I had to hang out. And I came in here and your stuff was like, you mean like cables charging things while I could access electricity? I'm sorry about that. I had no idea. Sorry to ruin your man cave. So the first night I was there, I don't remember how he got around to it because he just has a way of anything he says, he's great and everyone else is terrible. Long and short of it, he drops the N-bomb, the N-word. I'm like, okay. And he could tell the way I reacted to it wasn't favorable. He was mad that he isn't supposed to say it. One of those things. And it's not the first time I've heard that or been around someone with that brilliant argument or whatever you want to call it. On the whole kick, it's just another word. Who cares, man? No one can tell me what I can say and what I can't say. Like, no one can. You're right. No one can prevent other people's reactions or actions. If you do, I wish I could have recorded the conversation just so I could have a more clear head about. Because if you're not used to hearing that word, especially just so openly used, so like nonchalantly, like not even in an aggressive way, you know, hard R, but just like it's another word, just like you're past the butter. And then to be the one that's angry, that there's any problem with it. Like, I don't love that word. I would go out of my way not to hear it. It's just a weird thing to even consider. How did it come to this? So I don't know how that ended. I think I'd brought up how, like, you know, as a kid, I was called names, and, you know, all the farmer boys called this little nerd on every name they could think of. Not only did I not care for it then, I don't care for it now, and to the point that other people that don't want those words to be used anymore, I respect that. Such a stupid thing to even have to talk about, to have to say out loud. But that was specifically something he pointed to as to why my shit was thrown out. I didn't even say, don't say that around me. Probably have before. If it was in my house, I definitely would. But, you know, I'm in his place. I'm his guest. It's not like he made me angry, he pushed my buttons or anything. You know, I don't think that was his intention. I didn't expect it. That was never part of our growing up. I was not welcome because I wouldn't just go with it, that I wouldn't celebrate it. I don't know what he expected or wanted. I don't understand it. But he straight up, when I came back for the leash, and I'm asking, why did all this happen? You know, why? What did I do to make you throw all my shit out? Why am I no longer welcome in your property? Which wasn't his property anyway. He said that, and I had never changed because it was just like when I called him back in high school. We'd see each other in the hall or in PE or something. A jock and a poser. That's what he said. I haven't thought about the word poser in so long. That's what he said. He's like, yeah, you got so upset about me saying bleep. But then he compares it to me calling him a jock and a poser back then. He said that, and I was baffled. I had more questions, but at that point, I just went, that's like that? Calling you... And I turned around and left, and like he was still, whatever, I can't think of even the word I was trying to say, harassing me. Yeah, man, you never changed. Like back then when you called me a jock and a poser, you know, that shit hurts. It's just like the N-word, man. Calling someone a jock when they're on the football team is, for one, somehow an insult. And so now I don't have anywhere to put my stuff and have another late fee, and I'm locked out of the storage. Wasted all that gas, and of course don't have anywhere to live. I don't know if he has anywhere to live. That's the fascinating part in the end of it. Like, obviously he has somewhere to sleep and everything, but I don't know where he's living. I thought that was his house. I can't believe I stayed even on the side of the road in my car at someone's house I've never met for more than 24 hours, even like more than an hour. I was horrified when I found that out. Why am I here? And to top it, or to end, or whatever, another big set of red flags. Or Kuiper, my little pup, my sassy little spoiled bitch, she hated him. She would not stop growling and barking, and I've never seen her like that. So that's very interesting. Kuiper would not keep her eye off of him and thought he was up to no fucking good. I don't know what's going on. At first, he was just going to be helping me with the storage bill to help me get it out. But then he started saying that he was going to pay me for helping him that day, but it hasn't came. Even since all this happened, I've messaged him a couple days ago. I was like, hey, if you can't, please let me know, because things have gotten much worse since I got locked out of the storage and everything now. Oh yeah, one of the other red flags in the messages, his messenger name isn't what his real name is. I think he's using like his middle name instead, type of thing. But I didn't know who it was when he first started messaging me, and I almost ignored the whole thing, because out of the preview of the message, the thing I noticed was him recommending that I get into Jordan Peterson. No hate if somehow he has helped people's lives out there. I just know he gets kind of worked up about things, and he's sounding like Kermit when things are just not going so well. And I don't have a Xanax script to really keep me suppressed the way that he does. So I don't know if that's going to be a plan for me.